Good morning, Knicks Nation. Today is Thursday. It is the 9th day of March 2023. Happy Thursday to you. I hope that you and your family is healthy and safe today, and that the needs of you and your family in terms of food, shelter, clothing, as well as health are being met today. Blessings upon those that work in the healthcare field, along with the first responders who every day are trying to save lives. Blessings also upon those that pick up garbage for us to keep streets and sidewalks and parks and places clean and disease free, and those that make deliveries for our convenience. Double blessings on the men and women that are out here trying to help rescue, deliver, and recover the teenagers and the children who are the victims of child molestation and pedophilia. The victims of prostitution also, and child prostitution, pornography and child pornography, human trafficking, and sex slavery. Double curses on the perpetrators of these things. Double curses on the profiteers of these things, and double curses on the perverts that create this heinous industry. Finally, blessings upon the homeless. There are nearly 600,000 men, women, and children that are homeless in the United States right now, and millions around the world in similar or worse conditions. Blessings upon them, for theirs is the kingdom. Their scheduled basketball game tonight, 10 o'clock Eastern Time. The New York Knicks are going to be in Sacramento, where they're in Sacramento now, but they're going to be taking on the Sacramento Kings in Sacramento. This is a tough game. Now, the thing is, I like this game better than the Charlotte Hornets game, and I'll tell you why. The Charlotte Hornets game is expected win, right? Therefore, the Knicks took their feet off the gas. They played too much minutes for players like Julius Randle. And by the way, I just want to straighten something out a little bit for those of you that are interested in getting a little education in terms of Tom Thibodeau and the Knicks rotations. Tom Thibodeau trusts his veterans. Okay? That's his style. Which means he leaves it up to them when they want to come out of a game. He has a set rotation of minutes for them. But if they're feeling gassed, as everybody was making a big deal of Tom Thibodeau being in keeping Julius Randle in because he was gassed, as if it was Tom Thibodeau's fault, because everybody's trying to backhand, still say fire Tibbs, just doing it in different subtle ways, or trying to micro coach Tom Thibodeau as if you know better when you don't. He is the NBA coach of the toughest city in the league, and he has us winning 39 games. So instead of micro-analyzing him, let him coach the game. But he allows Julius Randle to say, Coach, I'm gassed, I want to be out. Or Tom will say, Julius, can you go? And he'll say, yes, I could go. And he'll be on the floor. Jeff Van Gundy used to do the same thing with Patrick Ewing. Okay? And so he has a set rotation. That's why it takes so long to establish it, because once he establishes it, that's what it is. He's not going to all of a sudden start Fournier when he's got healthy Grimes and a healthy RJ. He's not going to all of a sudden put D Rose in because he's a fan favorite or because he's a veteran. He's out of rotation. Okay? There's a pecking order. In case you didn't realize it, this is the pecking order. You have Julius Randle starting at the power forward spot. Obi Toppin is backing him up. If Julius wants to play 40 minutes, he's going to play 40 minutes. If he says to Tibbs after 30 minutes or 25 minutes, I need a blow, okay, Obi will get more minutes. That's how it works. It's not like Tibbs is telling you, I'm going to whip you and I'm going to be master and you're going to be the slave and you're going to be out there running 40 minutes if you like it or not. That's not how it works. Julius decides, does he want to stay in the game? Otherwise, there's a set incremental time for Julius to come out and for Obi to come in. That's the regular rotation. Mitchell Robinson is your starting center. Behind him is Isaiah Hartenstein. Then you have R.J. Barrett starting at the 3. And behind him you have Josh Hart. You have Quentin Grimes starting at the 2. Behind him you have either Josh Hart or Manuel Quickley, because there's a 4-man bench rotation. You have Jalen Brunson starting at your point guard. If he's out, you have Emmanuel Quickley, and then Deuce McBride moves into the rotation. That's the rotation. It's not going to change now unless somebody gets hurt. So if Brunson can't go, you start it quickly, and then Deuce comes into the rotation. If Grimes can't go, you might start a Hart or a Quickley and Deuce comes into the rotation. The only way you'd see Fournier is if RJ can't go and Grimes can't go, because now you're going to have Fournier. You need somebody else to come into the rotation. The only way D Rose is going to play is if Brunson quickly can't go, or two of the three, Brunson, quickly, and Deuce can't go. Then you'll see Derrick Rose. Otherwise, you won't see him. No, he's not saving him for the playoffs. He's not going to play. Okay, get over that. And then all of these guys, we signed a G League. I could care less who we sign in the G League. Right now, the Knicks are a 5th seed in the playoffs. G League don't matter no more. We're not looking for no more people to come up and take the 9-man rotation right now. We're just looking to develop what we got and get them to a championship level, because we got enough talent to do that. Okay? If somebody like a Moses Brown or somebody comes up in G League and develops and later on we can use them, great. Right now, I'm going to tell you right now, he's not on Tom Thibodeau's radar. And he's not on mine either. Okay? So, good. They got these little scrubs coming in, or failures from other teams coming into the league. Great. 2 weeks. Okay, great. Hopefully they make it. Realize your dream. But right now, I'm concerned only with the 12 guys the Knicks got. That's really the active roster on the bench every night. Okay, that's it. So that's the rotation. Tibbs is not going to change it because people in the fans are yelling, play this guy. This guy is tired. Play this guy. And some of you seem to have that mistaken idea that he really cares about what you think. He doesn't. So look at his rotation that he's been playing since he's been doing this way, since he's been the head coach in the league with Chicago and Minnesota, now New York, which got him a 57% winning percentage over his career, which has the Knicks at a 57% winning percentage right now. And relax. Okay? Stop trying to play Monday morning coach, because none of y'all could coach. Otherwise, you'd be in the NBA. Okay? So now, with that in mind, you have the Kings. The Kings are tied for second in the West right now. The Knicks actually have I think they're the exact same record, the Knicks and the Kings, if I'm not mistaken. They're 38-26, so the Knicks are 39-27 right now. So they're close, but they're tied for second with Memphis in the West right now. Kings, tremendous season. Really a great story. They've been similar to the Knicks. Their organization was horrible. Bad management, bad coaching, bad drafting. They've been doing some for the last 20 years. Like I said, since they lost, since they had, Chris Webber, White Chocolate, Jalen Williams, Jason Williams, and, those guys, didn't later Mike Bibby. I mean, since then, they were good then. And they used to battle back in the late 90s with the Lakers. They had a team. But since then, they've been terrible. Bad. Vlade Divac was a complete disaster, in their front office. But the stars have seemed to align for them now. They got a good coach in Mike Brown. To me, he's the coach of the year. To bring this franchise, this team, the way he got them now, after where they have been, he's the coach of the year. And I'm Tibbs high, but I got to give it to Mike Brown. That he's done a tremendous job. They drafted Keegan Murray, and they were not starting him at first. I think the first 10, 20 games he didn't start. But eventually, they made the right move and started this kid, even though he's a rookie. He's like Tibbs, Mike Brown. He don't like to play rookie. But he played, and that was the key. They started clicking on all cylinders. Keegan Murray is a perfect championship piece. Not a superstar, but a really, really good championship piece. I think of him as a better version of Cam Johnson, who you see in Brooklyn right now going off. I think he's gonna be better than Cam Johnson. So he's gonna be a next level, burgundy star, but really, really good, solid on all areas of the basketball floor. They have no injuries. Like Fox was hurt, but he's gonna be active tonight. Sabonis is getting 12 boards. 7 assists. He's leading them in assists and 19 a game. They're getting 40 points a game off of their bench. They are really good, the Sacramento Kings. They're really good. So why is this good for the Knicks? The Knicks respond to teams like that. That they play up when they play teams like that. So I'm expecting a very tough, very physical game tonight. From the Knicks. I'm expecting a very tough, very physical game. I'm expecting something to go down to the wire again, fourth quarter action. even though the Knicks were gassed the other night, that was, what was that, Monday, Tuesday night. So they have Wednesday and then today, and that's enough for an NBA players. I think Josh Hart said it best. There are people that get up and start work at 6 o'clock in the morning and work 12-hour shifts. Now those guys, those people, those men, those women are gonna be tired. You got people working in emergency rooms, you got people working in ambulances, you got first responders, and they put in 20 hours sometimes. They put in big hours. Those people should be tired. You got police officers, you got teachers, you got people that really, do a lot. People that work on electrical wires, they put in a lot of hours. Those people are tired. Because you play 55 minutes in the basketball game and you're being paid double, 8-figure salary, yeah, I don't want to hear about you being tired. No, this is real. That's a game. People are in real life. And Josh Hart said that, and I really appreciate that he said that. So they got enough rest between yesterday and then today. They don't play until local time is going to be 7 o'clock tonight. So they probably went through a walkthrough this morning. They probably going through a shoot around, and they're not going to go hard, and they're going to be ready to go tonight. These are NBA players that they should be refreshed and ready to go right now. And so we're expecting full tilt right now. Jalen Brunson. I mean, they got like Daquan Jeffries and Dwayne Washington are on the injury list. Okay, so basically the Knicks are fully healthy. I'm expecting Jalen Brunson to play unless he decides he's not going to. I'm expecting him to play. And that's another caveat. Jalen Brunson will play when Jalen Brunson says he's wanting to play, and as long as Jalen Brunson wants to play, because Tom Thibodeau does it like that, unless the medical staff says, no, he can't play. That's when Tibbs won't play him. And the reason, honestly, I feel like, if the medical staff says, no, Tibbs won't play him, is because players have sued teams in the past. When the medical staff said X player shouldn't play tonight because he could damage his knee permanently or damage his ankle permanently or damage his body permanently. And player said, I want to play. And coach said, go ahead and play. Then later on, player sues and wins because medical staff said you shouldn't play him and you still played him. So if the medical staff tells Tom Thibodeau Jalen Brunson's ankle ligament can do permanent damage or whatever, he's not going to play. But if that's not the case and Brunson says I'm ready to play, he's going to play. So Brunson's probably going to play. Okay. That's how that game works. Some of y'all need to get this. This is the way it works in the league. All right. So especially with Tibbs, he's been doing this a long time. You should figure this out. Most people spend so much time trying to knock Tibbs, they don't watch what he really does and why he really does it. Some people try to act like they're actually smarter than him and they know more basketball than him. I'm not saying Tibbs is a basketball god, but he's in the NBA and he's a winning coach. So unless you've done that, you ain't got nothing to say. Okay. Period. Right? So that's that. So I'm expecting a tough game tonight. It's not going to be easy. The Knicks are one full game ahead of Brooklyn. The good thing is Brooklyn's got to play Milwaukee in Milwaukee tonight, which is, I would lean toward the Bucks in that situation. The hottest team in the NBA aside from the Knicks has been the Bucks. And then they got a back-to-back and they play tomorrow night in Minnesota. So that's a blessing for the Knicks. The Nets got a back-to-back. They going through a murderer's row right here. So they got on the road in Milwaukee tonight, on the road in Minnesota tomorrow. So if the Knicks could take care of their business tonight, we'll be in good shape for that. I'm not worried about the Heat. The Knicks are 4 full games above 7 seed right now. So we're in good shape. Not saying we can't, lose that, but they're in good shape with them right now. Cleveland won a tight game last night. I forgot who they beat, but they beat Miami. They beat Miami by, I think, 4 last night. Close game. Miami's really suffering without a point guard. I mean, Lowry is hurt, but it doesn't matter. He really is not the point guard. And then they played Gabe Vincent, and he only played like 18 minutes and went on a nut last night. They are going to hurt because they need a point guard. We know how they feel, don't we? But they really need a point guard. Eric Spoelstra, to me, every year, I respect Eric Spoelstra as much as I respect Tom Thibodeau. Very similar coaches. Spoelstra is doing it with smoke and mirrors right now. I mean, basically, he's got Bam Adebayo and Jimmy Butler and Tyler Hero, and then he's got a bunch of spare parts that he's just making look real good. It's just, that's how it is. And here they are in the 7th seed, battling for the playoff spot. So, and he'll do this every year. I've been watching him for a long time. It's not just when he had LeBron in him. He's been doing this a long time. But then when he got the superstar, boom, they win the chip, right? Yeah, well, let Tom Thibodeau get a superstar, or let him develop one like a Julius Randle or Jalen Brunson. Let's see what happens. Okay, but anyway, it's going to be a tough game. I'm leaving the North Virginia, D.C. area this afternoon, and I should be back in New York. In Orlando by about 9 o'clock, 8:30, something like that. And I expect to watch the game tonight, and then we'll all be able to review it tomorrow. Hopefully, the Knicks get a W, but we'll see what happens. I'm expecting, again, a tough game. I'm expecting to be ready, expecting to play hard. Brunson is meeting his match in De'Aaron Fox. Fox is no joke. And they'll probably, I would be surprised if they had Brunson trying to guard him. The Knicks do a good team defense. Like, they'll double you and have walls built for certain players, like a De'Aaron Fox. But the Kings are deep. They're really solid at every position. They really are. Sabonis, Fox, Herter is a really good player. Harrison, Barnes, Keegan Murray. Then they got Malik Monk playing his career. This is his career year. Malik Monk is playing the best ball of his NBA career right now. He's averaging 14 coming off the bench. He dropped 40 the other day coming off the bench. Yeah, they're really good. And then Trey Lyles, Terrence Davis, Davion Mitchell, Milu. They really, Milu. Actually, Milu. Is it Milu or Me Too? Whatever his name is. But he was starting for a while, and they still got the roughneck Rashawn Holmes, who I've always respected since he was at Phoenix. They got a really nice bench, man. This is going to be a tough game. So I don't know. I'm expecting Grimes to try to guard Fox, and they're going to probably have Brunson guard Herter. That's the best bet right there, because Herter is really good, but he's more spot up. He's a slasher type dude. He's really good. They're just good, man. This is going to be tough, but I would put Grimes on De'Aaron Fox and try to double him at the point of attack and see if we can get the ball out of his hands and make Herter be the playmaker, and which is going to be tough anyway, but better than Fox. So, and then they're going to put the ball, they go to Sabonis the way we go to Randall. So that's going to be a big, tough matchup. Randall Sabonis is always a highlight to watch, by the way. They've had battles where Randall's got the best Sabonis. Sabonis has got the best of Randall. There was one game I think Sabonis got kicked out for technicals. It's been those two. It's worth the price of admission just watching them play. Very similar, both left-handed, very similar. They're chocolate and vanilla versions of each other. Really, they are. I think Randall is probably playing up, shooting the ball better right now than Sabonis, but they're really close. This is going to be really something. And then the key is going to be the middle with Mitch Rob. So if you could get Mitch Rob, dominating the paint, that's going to help with the penetration of a Fox. And if he can do his thing on offensive glass, that's going to help with Sabonis. So Mitch Rob's going to be the key to me today. I see Brunson, RJ, Julius, Grimes, all playing to, a standstill with their opponent, whoever they're playing, because everybody in the Kings is just like everybody in the Knicks. The bench is also going to be the key because they score 40 points a game coming to the bench. The good thing is that we got Quickly coming back to the bench. So you got Quickly, you're going to have Hart, you're going to have Josh Hart, and then, of course, you're going to have Obi Toppin. So you're going to have a nice bench, and they're going to be needing to be on their game today because the Kings bench is going to be on their game. This is not going to be easy, y'all, but I'm really liking the fact that they are good because the Knicks will play up to that and prove to the world, because this is a national televised game. This is going to be on TNT. Prove to the world that they for real. So both teams are trying to prove to the world they're for real, because the Kings are second or third East. They've been up in the top four most of the whole season. So I think everybody knows they're for real. But in Mike Brown, like I said, I see him as the coach of the year. There's no doubt. I mean, I see Thibodeau as a candidate. He should be mentioned, but there's no doubt. Mike Brown really has done a tremendous job with this team, and they can play some defense as well. So anyway, it's going to be a great game. Enjoy it. Let's hope our Knicks come out with the win. Enjoy your Thursday. Shalom.